Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of the Keswick Ripple podcast. My name is Jim Lang. I'm the Director of Guest Services here at America's Keswick. And each week we want to bring you a testimony that we hope encourages your heart and life. For 123 years, the heartbeat of our ministry has been addiction recovery. So we want to give you a glimpse of that today as I introduce you to John. John is a graduate of the Colony of Mercy. And so, John, welcome. Thank you for being willing to share a little bit of your testimony with us all. So when did you come through the colony?
I had to come to the colony twice, but the first time I was here was January 22nd, 2017.
Okay, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about what your life was like before you came here?
Before I came here in 2017, I was in addiction for 30 years. I started when I was 12 with drinking, a lot of cocaine, and worked the same job for about 25 years. But when I started at 12, that lasted till I was 27, the cocaine and alcohol, regular basis. The only break I had was like rehab or a jail sentence, and it continued like that. And then when I hit 27, I found heroin, and that destroyed everything, basically. I did that for the next 15 years, stuck in heroin addiction, and ended up in prison, out of prison, back in prison. It was just a vicious cycle. I couldn't get out of it, and nothing was helping me. I'd go to rehab for a little while, and as soon as that was done, I'd go right back to my addiction. No second thought, no thinking I should stop. Maybe I should get my life better. None of those thoughts ever entered my mind in prison or at the rehabs. It was just like taking a break and getting right back into it. And so when I got here in 2017, I was totally broken. I went through a bad overdose, and I was in a coma for 21 days. And I awoke to a nurse praying for me, and she's the one that talked me into coming to Keswick.
So she's the one who told you about America's Keswick?
Yes.
Awesome. And so you said you came through the colony twice. How did God change your heart while you were here?
See, the first time I still wanted to do things my way. And even though I felt God with me when I came here the first time, I still wasn't obedient. And I still wanted to do things my way on the side. And it looked all good in person, but I had my demons in the background. You know?
So what was the difference the second time you came through?
The second time, I was totally obedient. I wasn't worried about what I was doing for work here, or I listened to everybody above me, heard other people's stories, had you as my big group on Mondays, and I just heard what everybody was saying, and I wanted to change. That first time, I thought I was going to be okay with going to church, doing my covenant, and then doing my thing on the side, and life was going to be great. And when I got caught up again, and I left and got high for 5 days, I came right back.
So the whole premise of this podcast is that a changed life kind of ripples out and affects other people in our lives. You and your wife have been involved we have a monthly marriage retreat for our residents and our graduates. And so you and your wife are regular attenders of that. It's called Families for Christ. So why don't you tell us how Families for Christ has impacted you personally and also your marriage?
FFC has been a godsend. It's like we get to hear different pastors every month, and keeping it new in my mind and fresh, and I'm learning something new every time I come. And, I love that FFC program. It keeps everything fresh in my mind.
And so you actually live in the area, so you get to come and you're actually volunteering today, aren't you?
Yes.
On the grounds here. So we love seeing our graduates doing well and staying involved. And so more than likely there's someone out there watching who's struggling with addiction right now. John, what would you say to them today?
Give Christ a chance. Open your heart and let him in. It's the only way. It's the only way to get away from that addiction.
Well, this testimony has been an encouragement to you. We hope that you like this, that you share this on Facebook, and we will see you next week. Have a great day.